Hello everyone, and welcome back to a series we have spent literally 3+ months, a quarter of a year, without recording an episode.
Yep. I think I've lost a lot of practice doing this, personally.
You've what?
I've lost practice doing overvoice.
Oh yeah. You suck. I'm kidding.
No, you suck.
You're the world record holder for this game, KhramChee.
Of course.
Like I have 16th place in Ed Ed Eddy on the GameCube.
Of course, like you know how to speed run and get every single world record without pressing any button.
Wow.
Just don't play the game.
Oh yeah. Yes. That reminds me, Kirby Air Ride. I watched a video last night where, in Kirby Air Ride, if you have like 4 controllers plugged in, and you could just like start the race, like literally the race will finish itself. And if you have like the Rocket Star vehicle, like it's extremely fast, and like the 4 like non-moving human players just like race, and the race is done in like a minute.
I remember you one time told me that I think you left it playing and the computer won.
Oh yeah.
For some reason.
Yeah, the thing is, to the people who don't know about Kirby Air Ride on the GameCube, it's kind of unique. It's a racing game with Kirby from the Kirby series, obviously Nintendo. It's a very simple racing game with simple controls, yet like the cars move on their own. It does play by itself a little bit, but you're more than likely going to lose if you don't just do anything. You'll win. You'll finish the race very slowly.
Well, yeah, you don't have the only thing that you don't have to do is accelerate or stop, because that's what the car does on its own. It goes on a straight line. What you have to do is make it turn around, and that's the tricky part. Because like every vehicle has a different way of turning around.
Pretty much. I was looking up a few days ago the history of Kirby Air Ride, and I remember the game actually wasn't that well received back when it first came out.
Really?
Well, the game came out a little bit after Mario Kart Double Dash on the GameCube, as well as F-Zero, I think GX, which is another racing game on the GameCube. And people were just saying that like it was a rip-off, you know.
Oh.
I still think it's amazing. It's still one of the most underrated racing games.
Yeah, you're right.
Excuse me, but can I sit on your lifeguard stand?
Like people don't care that much about racing games in general, because if it's not Mario Kart where you can use like the items and like play around a little, make it more interactive, the other games where it's just like regular vehicles, it gets boring pretty quickly.
Or like Forza Motorsport.
What's the game about?
It's a 360 racing game.
Really?
It's one of the... It was always... I don't play it that much, but I think Forza Motorsport 2 was like packaged with every Xbox 360 Slim console. I remember when I got my 360 Slim, it came with it, and I barely touched it.
It's just a regular, like, normal cars racing game?
Yeah. But it has like, apparently like the Forza games or the Motorsport games, they have a huge fan base apparently, those car nuts. People who love cars.
I see. Yeah, people who love cars are more likely gonna have the games, but yeah. To me at least, it gets boring because it's always the same thing. At least with games like Kirby Air Ride and Mario Kart, you have something to play with. You know, the items you can use and the different ways of playing the game. It makes it more fun. At least to play with friends too.
Yeah. I just clipped that right there. You're not supposed to do that, but I did.
Oh my god.
Where did we leave off? I think it was we were at the Chum Bucket World, the carnival, and now we're at the beach.
Let's go to the beach.
I had a feeling you were gonna sing that freaking Nicki Minaj song.
All I know from the song is the intro, though.
That song was really popular back then.
Yes, everybody played it. I remember, like, I have to say I went to a really overly Christian school, and I think it got popular at the time I was like in last year of high school.
Really?
Yeah, and they were like, in my school, it wasn't anyone who liked the song like wasn't allowed to sing it because like they said that the video clip was like for adults and stuff like that.
Of course, I've seen it. Like Nicki Minaj with her fake tits and ass. Have you seen her ass?
Yeah, well, I saw it in what's Anaconda song, not in
Oh my
the.
god.
My Anaconda joke. My Anaconda joke.
That's a ripoff of an actually good song from the 90s.
Yes. Ice, baby.
Not that song. I'm
No,
talking about
come
Sir
on.
Mix-a-Lot.
I know. I think you're talking about I like big butts, right?
Yeah, Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Yes. I like
That's the-
big butts and I can't lie.
Even if you've never heard the song, or if you even don't know the song by the name, you probably have heard it before because I think like in the early 2000s, that was the one song they would play in every kids movie for some reason.
Yes, they played it everywhere. Like, I think they thought it was funny. To me, it wasn't. Like, the song on its own was funny, but not, like, on TV shows. And yeah, it lost the funny sense to me, the humor part.
There's only 2 movies I specifically remember they played the song in.
Which
It was
was
the Shark Tale, the best DreamWorks movie. Fuck How to Train Your Dragon. Shark Tale's where it's at.
Yes.
And then, why did I pause? And the other one was, I think, the live-action Yogi Bear remake. Which-
Oh
Larry,
my god.
this place is ocean.
I went to the
Wow.
movies to see
Thanks
that
again for
one.
loaning me your extra
Was it
ticket.
horrible? I've never seen it.
It's horrible. It's that one typical cringe-worthy cliche-loaded movie.
Oh, like gotta add in gotta make it
Can you
trendy.
tell me where you
Like,
got that belt?
Yeah,
It's got a really nifty
it wasn't
letter
funny
tie
at
on
all.
it.
You mean my championship belt? I won this at
put
the
that on a
Golden
list of
Goose
other
Tournament.
like classic
stop
cartoons
talking
made
with
into
me,
live-action
okay? People
remakes
might
with
see us.
CGI characters
What if
along
I
with the
just sing for
Scooby-Doo
you?
movies.
Then maybe no one will notice.
At least on the bear movie, the CGI, the 3D characters looked more
That's it. I'm out of here, dude.
natural.
Maybe I can
Realistic,
find some
yeah.
peace
Yeah.
and quiet at the lighthouse.
Let's see. Oh my god, I just can't get over Scooby's model in the movie. Oh my god.
It looked like he never ate anything. He was skinny as fuck to the point it was weird.
Are you looking for trouble?
I thought more he looked like a 60-year-old's penis.
What?
He looks like foreskin. But
Oh my god! A foreskin with paws.
yeah. Oh my god. That's someone's fetish.
Oh my god! Oh my goodness. I just noticed one thing though, in this
What?
episode. Today you haven't burped in this episode yet.
You burped in like an episode. I think it was like episode 7 or something. It
I
was
know,
either in
I know.
episode 7 or it was an episode of Luigi Galaxy. But
I know, but like every episode, you're at least you burp once, and Kuma Kuma has been keeping up the number.
it's the thing is though, with doing that, like I don't know. I remember I don't do it as much anymore because I remember like I would always usually record after lunch, and that's the thing. I always record after I eat food, so it's almost inevitable. But yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, Kuma. You're not gonna count any burp today.
Anyway, he's our #1 fan. Besides Ian Wells, but
He's our biggest fan.
but Kevin, I'm your biggest fan. Then who's that? We love you, Kevin. We love you. I don't think you've ever seen that episode of SpongeBob since you don't like SpongeBob.
I don't think so.
There's an episode where there's like this cucumber guy, and SpongeBob is like a huge fan of him because he did something, like a jellyfish hunter. And then like he has to prove to be his biggest fan, and near the end he's like, I'm your biggest fan, and then he's like, who's that? And then there's a bunch of people in a ditch deep down in the ground, and they're just like starving it up, and they're like, we love you, Kevin.
Oh my god.
Still can't get over that prison rape joke from one episode.
The soap? Don't drop
Yes. Yes.
it.
Another thing I want to address before the episode ends because we got like 2 minutes.
Next time in Furry
Oh no! Game Grumps is so bad now, but anyway, we'll save that for next episode. But if you guys, I want to ask, like, if we're gonna still continue this project since it takes forever for a Seether and Chee series to finish because we're terrible at scheduling to record. I thought we said the next game we're gonna pick. I think we're gonna do your pick next, which is Pikmin.
Yes, I want to play Pikmin.
I just realized I'm gonna have to play through the whole game and over again before I record it. Shit.
Yeah, 'cause I think you lost your save.
And also, I gotta wait until I get the AV to HDMI adapter because it looks like shit on the Wii standard.
Yeah.
Or I could just buy the Wii version, but I have the GameCube version.
Oh, it has 2 versions? Like, it's the same game?
Well, what happened is, yeah, it's the same game pretty much. It's, the thing is, the Nintendo Wii did a short series called New Play Controls, which was a
Yeah.
so the fucking mom coming in. Give me a minute, mom. But okay, so Nintendo did a series called New Play Controls, which was a like 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 games where they pretty much took a GameCube title and they remastered it, but they didn't really change the effects. They just made it like a little better quality, and they also changed the GameCube controls to fit the Wii remote. A few of those games was one of the Donkey Kong Jungle Beat games, both Pikmin games.
You have the Jungle Beat game.
Yeah, but that was on the GameCube. But they also did it with a game called Chibi Robo, if you know the Chibi Robo game.
I heard about it. I don't remember anything about it.
Yeah. The weird thing is, like, Pikmin 2, for some reason, it got released everywhere in the world besides the North America for like 4 or 5 years before it finally came to the States and Mexico and Canada.
Really? I didn't know about that.
Yeah, it wasn't until like I have it on the Wii, and I got it on the Wii like right after it finally came to the US. I think it was because in the Pikmin 2 they use a lot of licensed products, like there's Dr. Pepper bottles, there's Pepsi bottles, there's other like name brands. So maybe it was just like licensing
Copyright issues.
Yeah, licensing. And that's it. Any last words to talk about before we leave for the day?
Next time when Fur goes. I'm sorry, I was thinking about saying that this whole episode.
I see.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Goodbye, everyone.